Paul, which means horn. Sha'afwan. State your register.
Sha'afwan. Sha'afwan.
Sha'afwan, but a party, but Yasha'afwan.
Yahweh Shem Hashem Barakatah.
That's it. What? Yeah, young, which means wine.
Yasharallah, which means to Israel.
Shapar, which means horn. Imagine in the room, Saul with Panya Hapadum, which means turn to face the east. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Bashamai. Dash Hayah. Sumka. Yahweh. Malakaka. Taba'ah. Ratazak. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazak. Tawa. Hayah. Bashamai. Nathanlanawa. Lakam. Kaliwam. Wasalakanawa. Kawaknawa. Kasalaknawa. Kawakinawa. Wala'ah. Tabayanawa. Banasaya one. Abal. Awashino. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Maka. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Wahata Parat. La'aywalamyum. Aman. The English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Baruch Shah, Nathanlanawa, Akak, Arpa'ah, Kalmakala, Wakalmarawa, Akak, Latahar, Amatazariah, Akak, Lakwayan, Amathu, Akak, Arakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Bashem Yahweh the water Aman, in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power, the power to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it. Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ayanya. Alahari. Ma'ayanya. Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Wa'aratza. Aliyathan. Amawat. Regalka. Aliyatawam. Shamar. Anah. La'ayatawam. Well, Aya Yashan. So Amar Yasha'al. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Tezal. Aliyah. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Shmash. Aya Kaka. Wayora. Walayla. Yahweh. Yashamar. Kal Ra. Yashmar, after Pashka, Yahweh, Yashmar, Tazaka, Waboaka, Aita, Aida Balum. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The house shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The house shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Takarash, Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabika, Yahami one, Amashinayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al-Imaka, Ya'irayomwa. So why? Why you say Al-Tazawa? Al-Tazawanika, Amaru, Lakawa, Wanakakir, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yashal, Iwa, Kaya, and Wa'ai Tazawa, La, Yakadu, Alika, Baya, Karathwa, Ahalia, Adawam, Waya Shimali, Mo'aba, Wahadari, Gabal, Wa'anwan, Wa'anulak, Halashat, Amishabia, Hazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Haywa, Zarwa, Labani Wat, Salah, Shalom, Kamadin, Hasayasa Ra'a, Kiyabi, Benakal, Bayashma, Nashimadu, Ba'ayanda Ara, Haywa, Dama, La Dama, Shayathomo, Nadiyamu, Ka'ira, because of Abba, because of Ba, because of Zamuna, Calm the side Kumbu, the Shah, Amaru, Nearasha, Lanawa, Nawa, Alahaya, Alahaya, Shayathomo, Kagogala, Kakwash, Kapanuraka, Ka'ash, Ira, Kalahaba, Kalahat, Hari, Kandaradami, Basairaka, Babasawapatka, Bahalum, Mala'a, Panyam, Palawan, Wayabafashwa, Shunkash, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ida Ai, Wayaparawa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shunkash, Yahawa, Labadka, Aliwan, Al Kaharatiza. In the English, keep not thou silence, O my power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. The Ishmaelites. Moab. The Hagarenes. The Baal. And Ammon. Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. The sword also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. The brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red. And like Zahab. Yea. Or their princes as a bow.
comes as Sabbath,
and as Zamuna,
who
who said,
said,
let us take to ourselves
and take to ourselves
the houses of the Most High possession.
the house of the Most High in possession.
Oh, my power,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like the wind,
as the stubble before the
and
wind,
they stumble before the wind,
as the fire burns for wood,
and they fire the burning wood,
and as the flame sets the mountains on fire.
and the flame setting the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempests,
Persecute them with our
and
tempest,
make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with our storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy
they
name.
may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
Oh my God,
let them be confounded
and to be
and
divided.
troubled forever.
Trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
and be put to shame,
and perish,
perish,
that men may know that thou,
and men may know that thou,
whose name alone
Whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High
the Most High,
over all the earth.
of all the earth.
The blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
wa Yahushua,
by Yahushua,
wa Yahweh,
by Yahweh,
wa Lahayim,
by
Matazab Yahweh, wa Yahan, Alawak, Surrani, Matazayani, Akayali, Mahakwashi, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, wa Amen. The English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushua, your might, and the angels, the manager of Yahweh, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the assistants, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. The curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua. Listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment, destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, punishment, destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel. They refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment, destruction to the Edomites and the nation, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, posse comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airways, the cable access channel, the radio channel, convict the spirit, any of thy people that seek to stop us, that bring swift destruction to all the heathens that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murder. Let your house shine. Michael and Gabriel come down to fly saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. Sorry, face the front. Yeshavim. All right, we're right back. Another Sabbath service, picking up where we left off in the early chapters of Genesis. We're setting the stage. You have to know these stories if you're really going to understand everything that comes after. And we're going to start off in 24 and verse 50. You want to take that?
Genesis chapter 24, verse 50. Laban Wabath Wa'al. Waya Amar Wa. Maya Hawa. Ya Taza. Hadabar. La'a. Nawakal. Dabar. Alayan. Alayaka. Ra'ai. Awa. Tawab.
So that the bar aliyaka, ride, awa to wa is we can't speak to you bad or good. So this is a good basic sentence to break down. The bar is what?
Speak.
Aliyaka is to you. Ride is what?
Bad.
Ride is the word for evil. It's the most common word for evil. So here in this case it's bad. Awa or kind of wa to wa. Of course we know tawab is good. So the bar aliyaka, ride, wa to wa. Keep going.
Genesis chapter 24, verse 51. Ana. Kwa. Lapanyaka. Kwak. Walaka. Wathahaya. Shah. Laban. Adanyaka. Kashar. Dabar. Yahweh.
So this is talking about taking Rebecca for a wife. And that word asha for wife, just like we went over last week. What do we know about that word?
It's woman.
It's the word for woman. We do not have a distinction in our language. Your woman is your wife. There's no girlfriend, side piece. There's no, you just took a hoe back from the club and smashed. None of that in our language. Your woman is your wife. What you do from that point on, that's between you and the Most High. You have to answer for it. If you don't take care of your responsibility once you take your wife. But there's no distinction. Your woman is your wife. Keep going.
God. Genesis chapter 24, verse 52. Wayahaya. Kashar. Shammai. Ibad.
Shema we went over yesterday. What's that word?
Heard.
Heard. Shema Yashab. Continue.
Ibad. Abaraham. Ath. Dabar Yaham. Wayashath Kawa. Aratazah. La Yahweh. Verse 53. Wayawat Tazah. Ibad. Kaya. Kasa. Wakalia. Zahar. Waba Gadya. Waya Than. Larabqua. Wama Gad Nath. Nathan. Lakaya. Wala Ama. Verse 54. Waya akalwa. Waya shakwa. Hawa. Wahan shayaf.
Wow, and Nashim, which is the end of men.
Bashar. I'm a wa. Wayalaya nawa. Wayakwa wa mawa. Babakwar. Wayamar. Shalakak nahwa. Ladanya. Verse 55. Wayamar. Akaya. Wa'ama. Dasha. An Ira. Tanwa. Yam Yam. Awa. Ashawar. Akar. Dalaka. Verse 56. Wayamar. Alaham. Al. Da'akarawa. Athya. Wayahawa. Ataza Layaka.
Atazalia.
Atazaya.
Which is based on the word for prosper. That's a lot. Continue.
Darakaya. Shalak Wanya. Walka. Ladanya.
La Adunya, to my Lord. Back to the English. Verse 50.
Genesis 24, verse 50. Then Laban and Bethuel answered and said, the thing proceedeth from the Most High. We cannot speak unto thee bad or good. Verse 51.
So remember, to catch up from where we were last week, Abraham has sent his servant out to find a wife for Isaac. And when he got there, he told him not to go to the heathens or to the Canaanites, but to go to his extended family to find, essentially a second cousin or so. And they went to, and when the servant showed up, they recognized him, and here we are. They're hashing it out. Keep going.
Verse 51. Behold, Rebekah is before thee. Take her and go, and let her be thy master's son's wife, as the Most High has spoken. Verse 52. And it came to pass that when Abraham's servant heard their words, he worshipped the Most High, bowing himself to the earth. Verse 53. And the servant brought forth jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment, and gave them to Rebekah. He gave also to her brother and to her mother precious things. Verse 54. And they did eat and drink, he and the men that were with him. And they tarried all night. And they rose up in the morning, and he said, send me away unto my master. Verse 55. And her brother and her mother said, let the damsel abide with us a few days, at the least 10. After that she shall go.
You know, they want to spend their last few days with her. They might never see her again. Keep going.
Verse 56. And he said unto them, Hinder me not, seeing the Most High hath prospered my way. Send me away, that I may go to my master.
This servant is still a little bit amazed at how perfectly everything went. Remember how Abraham broke it down to him? You're going to go, or the angel broke down to him, you're going to go, and they're going to come, and she's going to come and say this and that. And she said exactly all those things. And the servant's like, kind of mind blown, right? So he's just trying to go with it, get this, and get back to Abraham. Back to the Hebrew, verse 57.
Genesis chapter 24, verse 57. Waya amarwa nakara lanaar wana sha'al la af paya. Verse 58. Waya kora'awa la rabakwa waya amarwa aya aflaka ya ain ayash ataza watha amar alaka. Verse 59.
That's halak. Remember that root word yalak, which is to go.
Wayashal kawa af rabakwa akatham wa'af manakwatha wa'af ibad abraham wa'af anshaya wa. Verse 60. Wayabarakawa af rabakwa wayamarwa ma'a akathnawa af hayaya lalapaya rababa wayaya rash zarai af sha'aya shana'ayawa.
There's one thing to point out in there, that word Allah, which is the word for thousands, is the same word for what? What is the ah in the ancient Hebrew stand for? A cow. Allah is a word for a cow. When you think of a cow, when you think of cattle, you think of herds. And so that is the word that we have in our language for thousands. Continue.
Verse 61. Watakwam rabakwa wana daya watharaka bana
Shalom to somebody in the chat. I can't see from here, but shalom. Keep going.
Man, D.
Oh, shalom to young man D.
Isle. Hagamal Yam. Watalakan Na. Akarya. Hayash. Wayakwak. Hayabad. Ah. Rabakwa. Wayalak. Verse 62. Wayatazakak. Ba. Mabawa. Ba'ar. Lakaya. Raya. Wahawa. Yawashab. Ba'arataza. Anagab. Verse 63. Wayataza. Yatazakak. Lashawaka. Bashada. Lapanwa. Irab. Vayasha.
This is interesting. I'm gonna have to take a note and look this up. This word, Isaac went out to meditate in the field. But this is the only time this word for meditate appears in the scripture. Washawak. But Isaac is out meditating in the field. He's out there chilling. Keep going.
Done. Verse 64.
Oh, back to the English. No, that was just verse 57.
Genesis 24, verse 57. And they said, we will call the damsel and inquire at her mouth.
So remember, they wanted to spend a little bit more time before they sent her away to become someone's wife. The servant wanted to take her and dip, so they said, let's ask her. Go ahead.
Verse 58. And they called Rebekah and said unto her, wilt thou go with this man? And she said, I will go. Verse 59. They sent away Rebekah their sister and her nurse, and Abraham's servant and his men.
That whole entourage.
Verse 60. And they blessed Rebekah and said unto her, thou art our sister. Be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gates of those which hate them.
So this is a prophecy that's coming to pass, because she has already become the mother of thousands and millions. The scriptures say Israel shall be like the sand of the sea for not being able to be numbered. And her seed, of course, seed, a man has a seed, but this is, a figure of speech. We are going to possess the gates of those that hate us. You ain't got that much longer, Esau. Hang on to it while you can. Enjoy it while you can. Because your bill coming due. Read on.
Verse 61. Rebekah arose and her damsels. They rode upon the camels and followed the man. And the servant took Rebekah and went his way.
Doesn't it sound nice the way they was living in the ancient times? He sent his servant out to go find a wife for his son, They come back with a whole crew and camels, and they come back, and you imagine you're on your land chilling, you got all the servants chilling, and now they come back with a whole caravan of camels with your son's new wife. This is beautiful. This is peaceful. This is harmony. This is what Esau has taken from us. But this is what the Most High is going to come back and multiply this more than you can ever imagine. Keep going.
Verse 62. Isaac came from the way of the well, High Roi. He dwelt in the south country. Verse 63. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at the eventide. He lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming.
He was just out chilling on his land, enjoying life, and a caravan pulls up with his new wife. Back to the Hebrew. Verse 64.
Genesis 24, verse 64. Wata sha'at, rabakwa, ath, ayanya, wathara'ah, ath, yatazakak.
Wathara'ah Yatazakah. When she saw Isaac. Keep going.
Watapal, ma'ai, ha-gamal.
What's that word Gamal? Camel. Wathapal Ma'al Ha-Gamal. She got down from her camel. Keep going.
Verse 65. Watha Amar, Al, Ha-Ibad, Maya, Hayash, Halataza, Halazah, Hahalaka, Bashada, Lakwarath Thanwa, Waya Amar, Ha-Ibad, Hawa'ah, Adanya, Wathakwak,
That Waya Amar Ha-Ibad Hawa'ah Adunya. And said the servant, meaning the servant said, Hawa'ah Adunya, it is my master. So Rebecca was wondering who's the brother walking through the field to come meet us. And he said, that's your new man right there. Keep going.
Ha-Taza'ai Wa, Wathatakasa.
So she took a veil and covered herself. Modesty. Modesty. It ain't that hard. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill you, sisters, to cover something on yourself.
Right.
Keep going.
God. Verse 66. Wayasapar, Ha-Abad, Laya Tazaka, Ath, Kal, Hadabarya, Ashar, Aisha. Verse 67. Wayaba'ah, Ya Tazakak, Ha-Ahal-lah,
Why yaba'a? That word bawa'a is the word to come, to go. In this case, it's brought. Why yaba'a yatazaka ha'ahala. A hall is a tent. So literally, as soon as she gets down off the camel, Isaac brings her into the tent because Isaac knew what to do with his new wife. Now, I don't know what's going on out there in this LGBTQ world today, but a real man knows how to take a woman into his tent and keep her and have her modest and loving. Rebecca, this is a hardcore sister right here. We're going to find out all the ways that Rebecca held things down over the years. And it didn't start with no romance story. It didn't start with something that you see in the movies. They didn't have some whirlwind romance and he took her out and wined and dined her. He didn't even take her to Cheesecake Factory. She came to him, got down off a camel. They complaining, they're out there tripping on social media over Jonathan Owens and Simone Biles, acting like it's a big deal that she came to see him the first time they hung out. They said it was during COVID, right? And she came to him, and then he said, "Well, of course, the man is always the catch."
Right.
But guess what? Guess what they're really mad about? They're mad because she's happy. Because she has a man and she's in a happy, loving marriage. And these women online can't stand that because they can't figure out how to do it. You can't do it when you saw that post this week. I saw that post that's going viral this week where a woman said that she went out on a date to the movies and he pulled up to the Dollar Tree to go in and get snacks. Y'all didn't see that? So she said in the Twitter post, she said, so while he was in there, I called the Uber and left. Because she's too good for that. She's too good for that. Well, guess what? You're going to be alone for the rest of your life. You're going to have a million first date. You're going to be a first date expert.
If I may, actually, Fantasia was talking about that.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying, her man is the catch. And she, you know what I'm saying, not only is she going out and doing all these shows, she's making sure her man is taken care of.
And that drives you Twitter hoes crazy because you can't be happy. You are so selfish that you will find a reason, find something to make it about you. You're not getting everything you want. Guess what that means? You're going to be alone, baby girl.
And he runs the house.
And he runs the house.
He make more money than him, but he still runs the house.
Because she knows who her Lord is, and she's happy.
She happy.
And that's what y'all hate because you're so selfish that you can't allow yourself to be happy. At the end of the day, being a modest, kind, submissive sister is not about submitting to some crazy dude. It's about that's what's gonna allow you to find the man that's gonna be a good man and guide you well and take care of you, protect you. But you Twitter hoes can't understand that, can you? Keep going.
Oh God. Shara. Amawa. Wayakwak. Ah. Ramakwa. Watahaya. Lawa. La Asha.
Wathaya Lawa La Asha. He took her into the tent and she became his Asha, his woman. And that thing that happened right there in that tent, that's for life. That is the moment that she became his responsibility. That was the moment where it's no returns on this. She came with her whole crew, with all the camels, with the nurse and everything. The servant already, gave her family all the gold and silver. But, all of that could have been undone. But once he took her into that tent, that was his Asha. That was his woman. Keep going.
Waya Ahaba. Waya Nakam. Ya Tazakak. Akarya. Amawa.
That nakam we went over a couple of times yesterday. You remember what that word means?
Comfort.
Comfort. Because his wife, he loved her and he was comforted by her. And that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be comforted by your woman. Not constantly argued with, not nagged and berated, not whatever the hell y'all. I mean, I can only imagine if this is the way some of y'all post online. I can't imagine what your personalities are like in real life. And you wonder why somebody won't be with you? You wonder why somebody won't take you to a 5-star Michelin star restaurant? I can't believe you got somebody to take you to the Dollar Tree.
If I may, it's probably a character, like Beyonce, the way that she make music. She's talking about independent women, but she happily married.
Right.
So she, you know what I'm saying? It's probably happily married women who's playing a character
And that's
on
facts.
the internet.
And I've seen that a million times. So many of these women talk a big game, talk all that stuff. Well, I wouldn't do this, and I wouldn't take this, and I wouldn't allow this. Next thing you know, they fall in love with the first man that looks at them, and they do anything he says.
Right.
Y'all, just drop the act, drop the facade. Just be a kind, loving woman. Why is it so hard? Why does it pain you? Why does it hurt your soul? The idea of just being gentle. Drop the act.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised how it'll turn out. Keep going.
Oh God. Genesis chapter 25, verse 1. Wayasa Abraham Wayakwak Asha Washama Quatar Quato Wa Ra.
So right after Abraham got his son a wife, he took himself a new wife. Because we don't slow down, even if we're 110. Keep going.
Oh God. Verse 2. Wathalad.
Wathalad. What's that word? You lied. Do we remember that? We went over that so many times. Your lied is to beget. And so as soon as old 125-year-old Abraham took a new wife, he started putting babies in her right away. Read on.
Lawa. Af. Zamaran. Wa'af. Yaquashan. Wa'af. Madan. Wa'af. Madayan. Wa'af. Yashabak. Wa'af. Shawak. Verse 3.
Yo, Abraham was G. Yo, Abraham populated the earth. Listen, that's what you're supposed to do if you got women. Populate the earth. I'm going for a whole new tribe. Go ahead, slap it.
Oh God. Verse 3. Wayaquashan.
Pause, but don't do it with these Twitter hoes, though. Don't repopulate the earth with a woman that's going to post on Twitter that she's going to dip out on a date because she's too good for Dollar Tree snacks for the movie theater. Don't repopulate the earth with a Twitter hoe who refuses to go on a date at the Cheesecake Factory because she thinks she's worth a 5-star restaurant, even though she's never done anything in her life and has nothing at all to offer you. Don't repopulate the earth with a loud-mouthed, empty-headed woman.
Sorry, if I may. You tried to tell me that brother was taking his sister out, or a woman, or taking a woman out.
It was a
They
sister.
stopped at the Dollar Tree, pick up some snacks that they go to the movies.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so they go into the movies so they can eat their snacks.
Right.
Not going to buy the snacks at the movies because it costs way too much. So
Right.
I'm trying to understand who don't do that. That was done in the 80s when I was coming up.
And you know
Nobody
what?
ever buy that popcorn in the movies. It costs too much.
Exactly.
Dollar Tree and buy it for $1.25.
And I'm so glad you said that, because how much you want to bet
She
if
does.
that same sister goes to the movies by herself, she's doing that. She's stopping at the Dollar Tree, and you know what? She might not even be paying the $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. She might just be putting it in her purse and walking out the door. But she's mad that this brother would rather stop at the Dollar Tree than pay $10 for the same box of Junior Mints. Don't repopulate the earth with her. Freedom.
Yalad. Ah. Shabbat. Wa'ath. Dadan. Wabanya. Dadan. Hayawa. Asharam. Walat Washyam. Walamayam.
Back to the English, verse 64.
Khan. Genesis 24, verse 64. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel. Verse 65, for she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant had said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. Verse 66, and the servant told Isaac all things that he had done.
The servant gave him the rundown. He said, this is your wife right here. We went, found her, brought her back. She's cool. She did this, this, and that. Keep going.
Verse 67, and Isaac brought her into his mother's Sarah's tent.
He didn't hesitate. He didn't wait. He said, oh, word, this is my wife. Let's go. Straight into the tent. Listen, this ain't rocket science. Keep going.
And took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her. And Isaac was comforted after his mother's death.
That's a beautiful thing, and that's that scripture about, when you leave your father and mother and you and your wife become one. And you Christians don't get carried away with that. Y'all try to make that mean like one, like you and one wife, but you and this wife can become one. You and this other wife can become one. You and 15 other wives can all become one with each one of them, because you got a different relationship with each one of them. And he had this beautiful sister, and she comforted him at a time when he was grieving and mourning. She was there for him, and she loved him, and that's a beautiful thing. Guess what you would find if you took one of these Twitter hoes? She would not comfort you. She would find some way to make it about herself. She would find some way to make you grieving your mother about yourself. Tell me I'm lying. Somebody in the comments, tell me I'm lying.
She was going to portray that you are weak because you're grieving your mother.
She would, and you know why she would do that? Because she would find some way to be hurt that you're not paying more attention to her. So she would get mad at you and call you weak or something. Yo, to either come into the Isupk and learn how to put these women in order, or leave them, learn how to just leave these hoes alone. It's all right. You do not have to be a follower. Do you know how many of these men out there complaining about the way women act, but they'll still go to the club and get with these women? What message are you sending them? They're telling them they're doing the right thing. You're telling them that being a hoe is getting you.
Well, no, I have to say this, and this was on Priest and Chapter Tazaya always say, you know what I'm saying? Men stop loving hoes once, you know what I'm saying, once women start acting like hoes.
One of my favorite quotes. As long as men keep loving you hoes, these hoes are gonna keep being hoes. Because they're getting you. Why would they change? They got dudes lined up in their inbox, lined up out their door, you know, damn near fighting each other in the club to get at them. Why would they change? You men got to be a man. You got to be about something better. You got to pull yourself together and demand something better. You got to demand something better than a hoe that'll get an Uber and dip because you stopped in the Dollar Tree. You have to demand better. We can't accept this. And the only way you can demand better is if you are better. Is if you come up in the Isupk, you start following these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you learn how to be the man that you are meant to be, that the Most High put you on the earth to be.
Sure.
Until then, you're going to keep chasing hoes, and hoes are going to keep being hoes. Keep going.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 1. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah.
Abraham is getting better women at 125 years old than y'all are getting out in the club at your prime. You ought to be ashamed. Keep going.
Wait, hold on. You gotta read that scripture again to let the people know about, you know what I'm saying, the Bible, that you can have more than one wife. He's not holding out no wife. You know what I'm saying? You can have more than one wife. Because just remember, he took on another wife. That means he was already married with Abraham's mother. Isaac's mother.
Well, Isaac's mother had passed at this point. So he may have had other, but he had other, you know, all these brothers had other wives. Abraham had multiple wives. How do you explain the 12 tribes of Israel if you're against multiple wives? Somebody break that down for me. Because we don't even have Israelites if there's not polygamy. But they got it. They knew how to do it because because we had a culture, and women were women, and women were not, you know, loud LGBTQ men. Keep going.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 1. Then again, Abraham took a wife.
And again, Abraham took a wife. Read on.
And her name was Keturah. Verse 2. And she bare him.
And she did what?
And she bare him.
And she got right to it. Keep going.
Zimran. And Jokshan.
Oh, keep going.
And Medan.
She's still going? Keep going.
And Midian.
He's 125 at this point. Keep going.
And Ishbak.
And what?
And Ishbak.
Keep going.
And Shua.
It's still going?
Verse 3. And Jokshan begot Sheba and Dedan. And the sons of Dedan were Ashurim and Letushim and Leumim.
Back to the Hebrew.
Read 25 and 2 on once again. These are the kids these are the children of Abraham. Read that again. Go on.
Genesis 25, verse 2. And she bare him.
Wait. First is the Ethiopian that what is it? The Egyptian woman. That Ishmael was his first son, correct?
Right.
Ishmael was his first son, Isaac was his second son. So that's what I'm saying, not including Isaac. So that's already one child. Go on. That's Ishmael. Go on.
And she bare him Zimran.
2. Go on.
And Jokshan.
3. Go on.
And Medan.
4. Go on.
And Midian.
4, 5, go on.
And Isupk,
6, go on.
and Shua.
7, go on. That was it?
That's it.
That's it. But the chosen seed is from Isaac. The chosen seed is from Isaac. And this is what the Christian always say, you know what I'm saying? Because I am Abraham's seed, but the chosen seed is from Isaac. That's what we always got to remember. This is a good scripture to have, you know what I'm saying, to have in your notes. To understand, he had all these sons.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you know, the Muslims talk about Ishmael. What about the rest of the kids?
Right.
He had all these kids right there, but only Isaac that he was called.
You can be a son of Abraham, but you got to be a son of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Just like you can be a Hebrew, but you could be the wrong type of Hebrew.
That's right.
You could be a son of Isaac, but you could be the wrong son of Isaac. There was one chosen line. Keep going. Back to the Hebrew, verse 4.
Okay. Genesis 25, verse 4. Wabanya Madayan Ayapa Wa Ipar Wa Kanak Wa Abaya Naai
I said, nah.
Salakia Wa Abayadai Wa Alad Aya Kal Allah Banya Wat Wara. Verse 5. Wayathan Abraham Af Kal Ashar Lawah Laya Tazakak. Verse 6. Walabanya Apaya Lagash Yam Ashar La Abraham Nathan Abraham Mathana Wayashal Lakam Ma'ai Aitazakak Banwa Ba'aiwad Danwa Kaya Kwadama Al Aratasa Kwadam. Verse 7. Wa'ala Yamya Shanya Kayaya Abraham Ashar Kaya Ma'ah Shana Washaba'ayam Shana.
So now, it was a few weeks ago when we went over all these numbers. What is Ma'ath Shana Washabayim Shana?
Ma'af is 100. Shana is years.
Washabayim Shana.
Washaba'ayam is 70. Shana years.
So Abraham made it to 170 and never slowed down. Keep going.
Wa Kamash
Oh, Wachamashana, 175 years. Keep going.
Khan. Verse 8. Wayagawa'ai. Wayamath. Abraham. Bashayabah. Tawaba. Zakwan. Washaba'ai. Waya Asap. Al. Imaya Wa. Verse 9. Waya Kwab Rawa. Athahwa. Ya Tazaka. Waya Shama'ai Al. Banyawa. Al. Ba'irath. Hamakap La'ah. Al. Shaddai. Iparan. Ban. Tazakar. Akathya. Ashar. Ayel. Hanya. Mamara. Verse 10. Ashadah. Ashar. Quanah. Abraham. Ma'ath. Bunya. Kath. Shema. Babar. Abraham. Washara'ah. Ashathwa.
Back to the English. From verse 4.
Khan. Genesis chapter 25, verse 4. And the sons of Midian, Ephah, and Eper, and Hanok, and Abadiah, and Eldaah. All these were the children of Keturah. Verse 5. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac.
Wait a minute, we just heard Abraham had like 8 sons, didn't we? But he gave all that he had unto who?
Isaac.
Isaac wasn't even firstborn, but he gave all that he had unto Isaac. Keep going.
Verse 6. But unto the sons of the concubines, which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts, and sent them away from Isaac his son, while he yet lived, eastward unto the east country.
He sent the rest of them, he gave them little gifts, and sent them off, go find your land, do your thing. But Isaac was who he cared about. Isaac, whose blessing was going to go through. Keep on.
Verse 7. And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life which he lived, 163 years.
175 years. Keep going.
Verse 8. Then Abraham gave up the ghost and died in a good old age, an old man and full of years, and was gathered to his people.
Can't think of a more beautiful way to die. This is it. This is how you go. Yeah, 175 year, a full life. Think of all the crazy, incredible things that happened, all spread out over the course of Abraham's life. And then he was able to pass all of it on to a son that he knew that he could be proud of, that would carry on his lineage. And then he gathered all his family together and he gave up the ghost. I mean, he knew that it was his time and he was ready to go. That's how it's supposed to go. That's not how it goes in this hell. That's not how we die here. And that's what it's talking about. People trip up on when the scriptures say that you shall not see death in the kingdom. That's what that means. Because this is not dying. This is passing things on. This is giving it up. This is letting it go. Dying is catching a straight bullet on the corner. Dying is having an overdose. Dying is, dying of some crazy disease that you got from radiation or something. That's death. That's what's going to be done with in the kingdom. We're going to die like this, beautifully. We're going to pass it on. Keep going.
Come on, Khan. Verse 9. And his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, in the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar, the Hittite, which is before Mamre. Verse 10. The field which Abraham purchased of the sons of Heth, there was Abraham buried, and Sarah his wife.
Because if you remember a couple chapters ago, he went to buy this field to bury his wife Sarah, and out of the respect they had for Abraham, they was trying to give it to him. They was trying to say, no, my land is your land. Come, do whatever you got to do. But he insisted on paying for it and buying it so that it would be his, so there would be no dispute in the future, so that he could have himself buried with his wife in his own piece of land. That's a beautiful thing. Back to the Hebrew, verse 11.
Come on, Khan. Genesis chapter 25, verse 11. Wayahaya, Akarya, Mawath, Abraham, Wayabarak, Alahaya, Ath, Yatazakwak, Banwa, Wayashab, Yatazakwak, Aim, Baar, Lakya, Raya. Verse 12. Wa'ala, Dalada, Yashama'ayal, Ban, Abraham, Ashar, Yalada, Hagar, Hamatazar, Ya'ath, Shapakath, Sharah, La Abraham. Verse 13. Wa'ala, Shamawath, Banya, Yashama'ayal, Basham, Shamatham, Bathawa, Lad, Datham, Bakar, Yashama'ayal, Nabyath, Wakwadrar, Wa Adaba'al, Wa Ma'ab Sham. Verse 14. Wa Masham Mai, Wa Dawa Ma, Wa Masha. Verse 15. Kadada, Wathaya Ma, Ya Tawar, Napayash, Wakwada Ma. Verse 16. Allah, Ham, Vanya, Yashma'al. Wa'ila. Shamnath. Shamatham. Bakatazar Yaham. Wabataya Ratham. Shanyam. Ishar. Nashya'am. La'amatham. Verse 17. Wa'ala. Shanya. Kayaya. Yashama'ayal. Ma'ah. Shana. Washalash Yam. Shana. Washabai. Shanyam. Wayaga. Wa'ai. Wayamath. Wayasa. Al. Ima Yawah. Verse 18. Wayashakanwa. Makawaya La. Aid. Shawar. Ashar. Ail. Hanya. Matazarya. Ba'aka. Ashawa Ra. Ail. Hanya. Kal. Akyawa. Panal. Verse 19.
Back to the English.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 11. And it came to pass, after the death of Abraham, that the Most High blessed his son Isaac. And Isaac dwelt by the well, Lahai Roi. Verse 12. Now these are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham. Verse 13. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael, by their names, according to their generations, the firstborn of Ishmael, Nebajoth, and Kedar, and Adbeel, and Mibsam. Verse 14. And Mishma, and Dumah, and Masah. Verse 15. Hadar, and Tamar, and Jetor, and Naphish, and Kadamah. Verse 16. These are the sons of Ishmael. These are their names, by their towns, and by their castles. 12 princes, according to their nations.
This is giving a rundown. Remember, Ishmael had his own blessing. The Lord gave a certain type of blessing to Ishmael, and Ishmael is living that out. But there was no comparison to the blessing that was given to Isaac through Jacob. And that, we're living that out because we did not keep our end of that. Continue.
Verse 17. And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years. And he gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people. Verse 18. And they.
That's it.
I got that as the last.
17.
I got 18 as the last one.
It's 11, supposed to be 11 to 17. You can't remember.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot. Back to the Hebrew.
Don't we, don't study probably already read,
18,
yeah.
Read 18.
Yeah, start at 19.
Genesis 25, verse 19. Wawa, Tawalada, Ya Aika, Ban, Abraham, Hawala, Yad, Ya Tazakak. Verse 20. Wayahaya, Ya Tazakak, Ban, Arabaya, Shana, Bakwakafwa, Af, Rabakwa, Ba, Bathwa, Al, Ha'aramya.
And that Bathwa Ha'aramya is saying that Rebecca was the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian. And this is an example of how we know that sometimes people are called by the place, by the area that we live. Because we already found out a couple of chapters ago, I think it was last week, that Bethuel was Abraham's nephew, I think. We can go back and check that, but Bethuel came from Abraham's family. So this is why he wasn't, some heathen from a different nation. That's not what it means when it says Syria. This is the area where they dwelled at. Keep going.
Okay. Aramaya, Mapadan, Aram, Kawaf, Laban, Aramya, Lawa, La Asha. Verse 21. Waya Athar, Ya Azakak, La Yahweh, La Nakak, Ashathwa, Kaya, Ikwara, Hawa, Waya Athar, Lawa, Yahweh, Wathahar, Rabakwa, Ashathwa, Ashathwa. Verse 22. Wayathar Tazawa, Habanyam, Bakwar Ba.
Let's slow down on this, because now we're starting to get into Jacob and Esau. In that last verse, and I want to focus on this in the Hebrew a little bit. Most of the story is going to be next week, but this is the very beginning of it. In that last verse, it said that Rebecca was barren, which just means she wasn't able to have. They were trying, and she wasn't getting pregnant. So Isaac prayed for her, and the Most High opened up her womb, and she conceived. Now, in verse 22, start from the beginning again.
Come. Waya Thara Tazawa.
That Wayatharatazwa is based on the root word ratazat, which is either to struggle together, to break, to bruise each other. And this is what was going on inside of Rebecca. Keep going.
Khan. Abanyam.
The two sons, because these are twins inside of Rebecca. Keep going.
Khan. Bakaraba. Watha Amar. Khan. Lama. Zah. Anakaya.
So she said, Watha Amar, and she said, Khan Lamaza Nakia. If that's that phrase, that famous phrase, if it be so, why am I thus? Is if, Khan, the same word for yes, meaning if it's supposed to be, Lamaza Anakia. Why is it like this with me? Why am I feeling this craziness going on inside me? Keep going.
Nakia. Watalak. La Darash. Yahweh.
Wathalak la darash ath Yahweh. Wathalak, again, that word halak or yolak is to go. Wathalak, so she went. La darash. Darash is the word for inquire or seek or ask. Wathalak la darash ath Yahweh. So she went to ask the Most High. Keep going.
Verse 23. Wayamar. Yahweh. Shanya. So I guess are these part of the verses?
No, that's kind of like when you see italics in here. It's added for context, but you can just skip over that. I'll break it down.
Baba Tanakh.
So the Most High replied to her and said, Shunya Baba Tanakh, two are in your womb, meaning the Most High was distinguishing two different peoples. What the truth was asking in parentheses are the Wayam, which is nations, because that's the context. That's the clear inference that you would understand if you were having this conversation. Go ahead.
Matter of fact, can you say that again about that word for nation?
The word Goayam is the word for nation.
Exactly. That's all it means. Just mean nation.
That's all it means.
That's all it is, Goyim. Just mean nation. Because
that's the word for heathens, but that's all heathen means. It's a nation that's not Israel. And that's all. It's not a slur. There's nothing magical to it. It just means that we are not to act like other nations. We have a culture. We have a perfect culture that the Most High gave us.
And if I may, I could say you're a Goyim.
Right.
You're a Goyim. The thing is that he's an Israelite, but I'm calling you acting like another nation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you hear Goyim, it only means nation.
Right.
You know what I mean? It only means nation that you're doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing. Right. That's pretty much what it means. So that's what we have to learn about Gentiles, because you know what I mean. We got let's say Kanye West. He's a Goyim to us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he's acting like the nation, but he's still an Israelite.
Right.
So we consider him as a Goyim, another nation, yeah. But he's still our nation.
Absolutely. If you can understand that, you can understand Gentiles in the New Testament. And that's all through our culture. That's all through the Old Testament. What's that scripture? Thy mother was a Hittite and thy father was an Amorite. Yeah. That's basically the Lord talking trash. He's saying, you act like your parents are heathens. Mm-hmm. It's part of our culture to say, just the same way today, we mess with each other, which is wrong, but we mess with each other and say, oh, you acting white, you acting this or that. But that's part of our culture. If you're acting funny, if you're acting like you're not part of the culture, you're acting like another nation.
And if I may, my apologies. This is going back to what we're talking about. In Yonkers, especially, we have a word that called trunk wing, which can mean anybody. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is that if you act a certain way, we would call you a trunk wing.
Yeah.
Like you're not one of us,
Right.
even though you're one of us,
Right.
but you're a trunk wing. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It means to anybody who's acting out of a character that they're supposed to act like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the norm. You
That's-
acting, you know what I'm saying? You acting like not the norm.
Yeah.
If I'm making any sense.
No, absolutely, and that's a deep part of our culture the whole way through. And if you can understand that, you can understand Gentile.
Wait, I gotta go with
Absolutely.
what you said about what the Most High say, you know what I'm saying, calling them another nation.
Yeah.
And also when Moses got checked. So you know what I'm saying? So who I'm gonna tell, you know what I'm saying, who I'm gonna tell, you know what I'm saying, my people who you are. And when the Most High checked them, I am who I am.
Yeah.
I am, you know who I am.
Right.
Yeah, I am who I am. What you gonna say? So that's the, you know what I'm saying, and that's how we talk. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible was only written to the Israelites that got flavor.
Exactly. These scriptures got flavor, and that's why people who don't have no flavor can't understand it. This is mysterious to the white man. White man been spending the last 2,000 years analyzing with a fine-tooth comb and a microscope everything and still can't understand basics. But it's right there. It's right there. But you can't get it because it's not your culture. It's not in you.
But I gotta say
Absolutely.
something about, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor, how we analyze and take things literally or whatever, like you know what I'm saying, like Adam and Eve and stuff like that. They was running around with no clothes on.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, the Most High did not like the way Ham looked at
Right.
Noah when he was naked. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's against the law that you would be naked because you're exposing yourself. That is against, you know what I'm saying, God's chosen people. But you know, but the Most High God gonna let the people run around naked.
Right. So what was gonna happen when they had children? They was gonna see their parents naked all day long?
Exactly.
They
But
would
it's a law
violate the
against
law
that. It's a law
all day
against
long.
it. That's the reason why, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why it was a law against it because the other two brothers knew to not look at Noah's nakedness.
Right.
But
That's
his
why.
other son looked at his nakedness.
Exactly.
So how did they know, you know what I'm saying? Who taught them? No, don't look at the nakedness. Don't look at who taught them that. Noah taught them that. But whoever broke that law, that's what happens. But
Exactly.
our oppressor, such a perverted, nasty bastard, that's what you're gonna think. You're gonna think, you know what I'm saying? Two people's running around naked.
Right. Because they still, like you said, trying to analyze every literal thing. They still trying to figure out in the book of Daniel, the prophecy on 70 weeks. They still trying to line up, well, 70 times 7 days. But if you look in the Hebrew, if you open that scripture up in the Hebrew, it says Shabbayim Shabbayim, which in our culture, if you say a word twice, you're just emphasizing.
For real?
Exactly. Exactly. We get that intuitively. But the white man is still hundreds of years later trying to figure it out. Because it's not your culture. You can't get it. Keep reading.
On time. So I'll go from the top. 25, verse 23. Shanya, Gawayam, Baba Tanakh.
So the Lord says what's going on inside you is because there's two nations inside you. Keep going.
Khan. Wa Shanya, Lamayam,
Washanya La'amiyam is two different peoples. Keep going.
Khan. Mama Ayak. Yaparadwa.
Mama Ayak Yaparadu. These people are going to be, these two different nations are going to be separated from your body. Keep going.
Khan. Walaam. Malaam.
Wala'am, Mala'am. Keep going.
Khan. Ya Amataza.
Keep going.
Wa Rab.
So what? Wala'am, Mala'am, Ya'amatazah, meaning one people is going to be stronger than the other people. Wala'am, Mala'am, one more than the other is going to be stronger. Keep going.
Ya Ibad. Taza'ai Yar.
Warab, Ya'ibad, Taza'ayar. Warab, which is and the older. Ya'ibad, what's that word, Ibad?
Serve.
Serve. To serve. Warab, Ya'ibad, Taza'ayar. And the elder shall serve the younger. Verse 24. Keep going.
Verse 24. Waya Mala'awa. Yamya. Lalada. Wahana. Dawamam. Babatana.
So this is talking about now she's fulfilled her days of pregnancy. She's about to give birth. Let's go back to the English.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac. Verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padam Aram, the sister to Laban the Syrian.
And we just went over that Syrian is referring to the area that they lived at, because this was Abraham's extended. This was still all in the nation. They didn't go out to the heathens to find a wife. They went. Abraham said, "Go to my people." Read.
Okay. Verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife, because she was barren, and the Most High was entreated of him. And Rebekah his wife conceived. Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Just like we just broke down in Hebrew, Rebekah was having a hard time conceiving. So Isaac went and prayed for her, and the Lord blessed her to conceive. But now she's got twins struggling, and you can imagine the feeling. You know, you see women tripping out over a kick here or there. You can imagine how it felt for them to, what was the Hebrew word? Was the word for breaking into pieces. Like they was really getting at it inside her. And so she went and asked, keep going.
Okay. And she went to inquire of the Most High.
Because she was like, if this is a blessing, if this is supposed to be, then what's going on? You know, you can imagine she probably felt like she about to, lose the kids or something. Go on.
Okay. Verse 23. And the Most High said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations are in thy womb. Those 2 twins were going to become 2 different nations that were always going to struggle with each other that way. Read.
Okay. And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Meaning 2 completely different types of people were going to come out. 2 completely opposing people that were struggling from the womb. Keep going.
Okay. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
And the one shall be stronger than the other. Read.
Okay. And the elder shall serve the younger.
Because that is how it was designed from the jump. We're going to find out who the elder is, and then you're going to understand this verse. Keep going. Yes, back to the excellent. Imagine up here. Bayani Allah. State your register.
Bayani Allah, Baloy, Banyasha Allah.
Bayani Allah, Bangoya, Banyasha Allah.
Yahweh Shinya Shabrakatam.
Shabbat. We're on the last set in the Hebrew. We're at Genesis 25 and 25.
Come. Slap. Wayatazar. Hawa one. Adamanai.
Wayetaza'ah, Harashwan, Adamawanya, which is, and the first came out ruddy.
Come.
This is a word that's only used 3 times in the scripture because this is not normal condition.
Right.
This is not how you're supposed to look when you come out. The first came out ruddy. Read on.
Come. Kalawa. Dara.
Kalua, meaning all, based on the word call, which we know means what? All, right?
Right.
So ruddy all over. Kalua. Ka'adarath, like a, keep going.
Come. Sha'ir.
Sha'ir. Ka'adarath Sha'ir, like a hairy coat. This is how he came out the womb. Red all over like a hairy, like he had a coat on. There's only one man on the earth that you can even imagine coming out of the womb like that.
Right.
There's only one type of people on the planet that you can even visualize coming out the womb red and hairy. This is not like I really want to hear Christians break down this sometime, because how do you break this down without this being the white man? How do you do it? What other way, otherwise, in their mind, is Esau like some type of like crazy mutant baby? I mean, but he is. Keep going.
Come. Wayapora. Wa. Shemawa. Aisha.
And so they called Wayaporawa, so they called Shamwa his name, Ishua, which is wasted away. He is wasted away, because that's how you look when you are red, when you have no melanin, when you have no pigment in your skin at all. When you have just, when you turn into a beat, whatever emotion that you get, you look like you're like something's missing. When a white man goes and makes contact with, tribes in the earth that have never seen him before, they can't figure out why a person would look like this. It doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Something's off as soon as you see it. Keep going.
Come. Wa'aha doya. Come. Wataza. Ahaya.
Where you at?
Salaki. Verse 26.
You should be at your iQuad, Jacob.
That's at verse 25.
Oh, no, Slack. You're right. Keep going. I was wrong.
Salakia. Just call out the verse out so everybody hear it.
Come. Genesis chapter 25 and verse 26. Wa'adahaya Khan Watazar
Yatsa.
Yatazar Ahayawa.
It's Akua, which is his brother. So now we're establishing who came out first and who came out second, meaning who, keep going.
Wayad wa.
Wayad, well, your yad is your hand, remember? So it says, and his hand, wa yad wa. Keep going.
Okay. Hatazat. Slakia. Hataz. No. Ahazat.
That's a ka, so it's achazah, which is based on that word achaz, which is to take hold. Keep going.
But Aikwa.
But Iquab, he took hold of his heel. Read.
Aishwa.
Yep.
Wakwara. Shamwa.
Shamwa, which is his name.
Aikwas. Aikwa.
Yeah, Iquab, which is Jacob's name in the Hebrew.
Wataza Hakwa. Wayatazakwa.
Why Yatazakak, which is based on that word. Yatazakak, which is to laugh.
Bun. Shawam.
Shishayim, which is 60. Talking about how old Isaac was at this time. Keep going.
Shana. Baladah. Atham. Verse 27. Wagadal. Wagadal. Irayim.
Hana Irium, which is the boys.
Waya higher.
Yep.
Aishwa. Ayash. Yadiah. Tazayida.
Ayash Yadai Tazayah. He was a cunning hunter. This is telling you who this man is to this day. There is one people on the planet that loves to hunt like they love to breathe. He was a cunning hunter. This was when the Most High said 2 different manner of people are being separated from your womb. You were going to see instinctively what type of people these were. And this is showing you who he was. Keep going.
Come. Slow.
I mean, this is a man who will sit in a tree, who will build a little shed in a tree and sit there for 8 hours on a frigid February morning at 6 o'clock in the morning just to wait for a deer to trickle across in front of him.
You can't forget about we're gonna put deer piss on himself.
Yeah, he's gonna cover himself in urine and sit in a little tree house in negative 10 degrees at 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning, waiting for a poor unsuspecting deer to just float across so that he can shoot the deer point blank range from hiding in a tree and then say that he did something great. He's gonna put them deer antlers on his wall like he accomplished something. That same guy will then go, if you're up, I lived up in Minnesota for a time, so I've seen the way they fish. And that same 20 below day in February, They're going to go to a little outhouse-sized cabin that they have placed on the frozen lake. They're going to drill a hole in the bottom of the cabin, put their fishing line through the hole, and sit there with a case of beer all day long. This is a man who's only happy when he's hunting. And it's telling you what his character was like as he was growing up. What his, you ever seen, sometimes people have a kid and a kid has such an odd personality. It's like, where did he get this from? How did he, he's such an unusual kid. We're not like this. That's how they were looking at it. We're not like this. Where did he get this from? But there were two manner of people were separated from the womb. Read.
Shalaki. Awash. Shadah. Wayakwa.
Ayash Shaddah, which is a man of the field. He likes being out in the field riding 4x4s and diving in the mud.
Come.
Keep going.
Come. Awashah. Thumb. Washab.
Yashab, which is to live or to dwell.
Ahalayam.
Ahalium, which we said earlier, is tents. So Jacob, Wayaikwab, Ayash, Thumb, Yashab, Ahalium. He was a mild man dwelling in tents, meaning, translate this to today, he liked to chill around the hood.
Chilling in the crib.
He liked to chill at the crib. What do our people do? We either on the porch, on the stoop, in the park with the old brothers playing dominoes. Every tribe on the chart does this. We chill in tents. Keep going.
Verse 28. Waya aha. Wataza Hakwa.
It's Waya Ahab, which is based on that word Ahab, which is love. Waya Ahab, Yatazakha. Keep going.
Atha Aishwa Khan Sa Tazyida.
So that is saying that Isaac loved, he loved Esau because he loved all the game that he would bring in. You can imagine he was going out hunting all day. He was bringing in whole deer and whatever he was bringing in from the field. So he appreciated his son because he was constantly putting food on the table. But go ahead.
God. Bapa Warabakwa. Ahabath. Atha. Yakwa. Verse 29.
Rebecca loved Jacob. Keep going.
Verse 29. Wawa Tazah. Yakwa. Natazaya. Wayaba. Aisha. Ma. Huh? Is that Mana?
No, that's Man.
Ma. Okay. Two options. Hashada. Wahawa. Aya.
So Jacob cooked the pottage here, and Esau came in from the field, and he was ayak, which is weary, exhausted.
Go.
Keep going, verse 30.
Come. ya amal. Ashwa. Al. Yakwa. Hala I. Wa. Thana. Wa.
Allah ayatan.
Oh, yes. Too slow. Tough. Hala I. Thana. Nah.
Which that word right there, even the root word of it, this is the only time this word shows up in the scriptures. This is translated as feed me, but it's specifically like in a greedy way where he's just coming in there like, yo, give me some food.
Go.
Yeah, damn. Keep going.
Slap. Go. Ma. Ha-adam. Oh, shit. Ha-adam. Hazah. Qiyah. Awala.
So that, you know what? That sounds just like Esau too. Because he used that word, that rude word for feed me, but then said na'ah, which is please. So he came in there like, yo, give me some food. Please give me some food. That's just like that. Keep going.
Abakawa. Allah. Khan. Shemawa. Adwan. Verse 31.
So wait, he said he wanted some red pottage. And the scripture says, therefore, I'll come, Korah, which is called Shemwa Adwan. Therefore was his name called Edom. Keep going.
Khan. Verse 31. Why? Ya Amal. Why ya Amal? Yakwa. Makwa Ra.
Makar is to sell.
Kayawam. Atha. Bakwa Rathara.
That Bakarathka, which is your birthright. Because Jacob was a hustler. Jacob saw an opportunity. He said, oh, you that hungry, huh? How hungry are you? Keep going.
Khan. Verse 32.
No, back to the English.
No, 32.
32, you sure? Because we started at 25.
It's 26. You end up on 25.
Oh, because I had it written for 18. I slacked it. Yeah, go ahead. 32.
Khan. Verse 32. Waya Amar. Awashah. Hanaha. Abakwara. Ha Walak. La Salat. La Wath.
That hawalak is that word which is to go. So he's saying, hawalak lamawaf. I'm going to die. Imagine being that weak. You come in from a long day to field and you say, I need some food. And Jacob says, wait a minute, sell me a birthright then. And he said, come on, man, I'm going to die if I don't eat. All right, good. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Keep going.
Okay. Salat. Walama Af. Zah. Let's see. La Lawa.
But yeah.
Laya. Bakarah.
Walamazalaya, what is it to me, Bakara, this birthright? I'm gonna die. That's what he was saying. This is how he had a long day, and he said, man, I need some food. I'm about to die. I don't care about this birthright. Have it. All right, Esau. But back to the English. We're at 26.
Okay. Genesis 25, verse 26. And after that came his brother. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him.
So they're saying that after that came out his brother and took hold on Esau's heel. So we remember what we read a few verses earlier, right? The elder shall serve the younger. From the womb, Esau was made to serve Jacob. And to this day, y'all need to get used to seeing this. Like understand this when you're dealing with Edomites out there. You're dealing with somebody who is supposed to be your servant. And for some odd reason, thinks that he's above you. But he's not. There's nothing about him that's above any of the 12 tribes.
Right.
There's nothing about him that's better. He's weak. He's stupid. He's slow. He's effeminate. This is a man that you should understand that you're talking to somebody that's not on your level. Read on.
Verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
Esau was from the jump. He was a cunning hunter, just like we just broke down in Hebrew, and a man of the field. Keep going.
And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Chilling around the way. Keep going.
Verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau, because he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob. Verse 29. And Jacob sought pottage, and Esau came from the field.
Side pottage means he made the pottage. Keep going.
And he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
Because this weak man couldn't, he was supposed to be this tough hunter. And just like the white man today, he comes out from his deer stand where he had to sneak up on the elusive, aggressive, deathly deer. When he comes down from his deer stand all day, he's gonna need to go have a feast at some little hole in the wall barbecue, or else he's gonna die. This is a weak man. Keep going.
Verse 31. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Verse 32. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
So Esau, for all that work he was doing out in the field, all Jacob had to do was chill and wait for the opportunity to come up. And that's just like how he saw an opportunity. He said, oh, you hungry, huh? What you got? What you got for me? And Esau did not care to give up his birthright. Right. Because when it says birthright, of course, because he was the firstborn. And so you have a lot that you're owed in terms of an inheritance, in terms of getting the main blessing from your father as the firstborn. But the prophecy was that the elder would serve the younger. And that had to play out. Because a lot of time, Christians and people struggle with this, like, why did this happen? This had to play out.
Right.
The Lord had to set it up so that there would be a reason, because the Lord's not just throwing away his laws. The Lord set it up so that there would be a reason to say, it's no longer your birthright. You're no longer the firstborn. Keep going.
Verse 32. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
Well, we're going to see about that. With that, I imagine him up here. Paul, which means horn. You watched that.
You already watched that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, young, which means one.
Layasha'ala, which means to Israel.
Imagine him in the room. So plenty of done, which means turn and face the east. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kadash Hayat. Shemkat. Yahweh. Balakaka. Taba'ah. Atazaka. Hayat. Aisha. Ba'aratiza. Tawah. Hayat. Bashemayim. The Thunderno. Bachum. Kaliwum. Wasalakno. Kawatno. Kasalakno. Kawatino. Wala'ah. Kabayano. On the same one, a ball, a shine, my young, Ra, Kayak, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahasa Pararath, I will love you. Amen. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Pray for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Baba Kushah, the Thunderno, Akak, Larpa'ah, Kalmaka'Allah, Wakal Madawa, Akak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Akak, Aquayum, Amakim, Akak, Arakawa, Atama'ala, Adarashan, Bahashem Yahushua, the Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. Power to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, power to cleanse the leper, power to raise the dead, power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a ayanu. Ahari. Ma'ayan. Yaba'a Isari. Isari. Ma'ayin Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Ba'aratiza. Aliathun. Amawat. Regalka. Alianawum. Shemarka. Anah. La'ayanawum. Wala'aya Yashan. Shawamar Yasha'al. Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tezalka, Aliyah, Yamyanta, Yawamum, Hashemash, La'aya Kaka, Wayrak, Balayla, Yahweh, Yashemarka, Bakal Ra, Yashemar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashemar, Tazafka, Mazabuaka, Ma'aitha, Wa'aida Walom. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out, thy coming in, from this time forth, and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allahayim, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Dakarash, Al-Tashquat, Al-Kahana, Awayabika, Yahamiyuman, Shinayaka, Yashawa, Ra'ash, Alaimika, Yariyumwa, Suwa, Wayathi Itazwa, Altas of Awanyika, Amaru, Makawa, Wanakakiram, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shum Yasha, Iwa, Kaya, no Itazwa, La, Yakadu, Alika, Bayak, Akaratu, Ahalia, Adawam, Wayashamalia, Mawa'aba, Wa'agaria, Gabal, Wa'anwan, Wa'anlat, Kalashat, and Yashabi, Tazawar, Yamashabur, Nalawa, Imam, Haywa, Zarwa, Babaniwa, Salah, Shalom, Kamadin, Kasayasara'a, Kayabin, Kunakal, Kuyashwan, Nashimadu, Ayanda Ara, Haywa, Daman, Ladama, Sayathamus, Nadiyabu, Ira, Wakaza'aba, Wakazaba, Wakatazalmana, Kanasai Kumwa, Ashar, Amaru, Nayurashat, Lanwa, Nawa, Alahayat, Alahayat, Shaithamwas, Kagagla, Kapash, Wapayuraka, Kaash, Kabairi Ira, Kalahaba, Kalahat, Party, Kandaradaka, Mas Irika, Wabasawapaka, Nabahalam, Mala'at, Fanyah, Palawam, Wabakwasha, Shimka, Yahau, Yabashwa, Wabahau, Ai, Wayakaparu, Wayabadu, Wayadayu, Kaya, Sa, Shamka, Yahau, Labadka, Aliwan, Al Kalaharaza. In the English, keep not thou silence on my power. Hold not thy peace. Be not still. O power. For lo, thine enemies make it tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up their head. They are taking crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. In the name of Israel, may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarites, Baal, and Ammon, Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb. Yea, all the princes as Sabbath, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves houses of the Most High possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as they stumble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, and they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Lessons in the Hebrew. Rakatha Yahweh. Wayahosha. Wamiyakal. Walahai. Matazab Al Wakan. Halawak. Hasarani.
Hasarani.
Hakutazayani.
Hakutazayani.
Hakayayali. Hahawashi. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Water Amen. In the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua. And Michael. And the angels. Manager of Yohanan. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. And so be it. The curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. Through the heathen. To speak against us. Thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, in the school. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. Through the heathen. And shake loose. The treasure of the rich of Israel. They refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. Through the Edomites. And the nation. And their drug dealers. The court system. The prison system. Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies. The Roman Catholic Church. The Pope. Islam. Christianity. Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinheads. Posse Comitatus. The gay movement. The lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. The active space program. The Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airwaves. Kim Lax's channel. Radio channel. Convict the spirit. Many of our people that seek to stop us. Bring swift destruction to all the heathens that stand in the way. Try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth. And consume them. Let the plagues take the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael and Gabriel, come down to fly saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak our words. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause it to shake at thy come. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. Sorry, face the front. We'll give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I Madim Shabbat. I Madim. Yajimatah, dismissed. And we will begin next week at verse 32. 33.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 33. Yes, verse 33.